Well, hello there, and welcome to Kusan Gaming, where I'll be playing Airline Director 2 for you today, which is a simple game, and we'll be able to be a airline CEO. We're going to go with the Red Company, headed by this woman, and we have a pretty diverse team of other airline CEOs. So we'll go ahead and start the game. I will sort of explain how this goes, but it's very simple. First of all, each turn, the order that players go in is random. So we can be last, we can be first, but it's a good thing that we're last on the first turn because we get to see how other players do. Now, I missed it, but the yellow line did Moscow to Cairo for their first flight. Pretty random. Usually they do a bit more, like the blue line is doing Rome to Chicago, as well as Rome to somewhere else in Asia. And the green company is doing Lagos to South America and Europe. So we're the red company. Coming here into Europe would be pretty competitive. Okay, I see Moscow did Seattle as well. Right, so nobody's in Asia. What we can do is try to set up a pretty good Asian airline here. Now you need to have 10 routes there. We're looking at the top left here. Bangkok has 6.8 population, or score. And once you get 10 routes to one city, that is considered a hub. There you go. Tokyo is another with 6.7. Now, destinations like Los Angeles, Los Angeles is 6.9. Now, I do have a bit of a thing for America. But let's see, can we get a route from Los Angeles to Tokyo? Yes, we can. That's crazy. So that would be a route that I would want, no doubt. The demand right here, 7,400 passengers, is lower than the capacity. That's why this here is red. That's not good. But passengers from other lines will transfer and take up the extra capacity. So do we want to do Asia or America? Well, we can work on two different hubs. It's a bit more challenging to do two hubs, but why don't we do Los Angeles to somewhere where there's other, let's see, a connecting flight, so to speak. And what we'll do is we'll use the same plane, the one from 1959 that seats 220 passengers with the very good distance covered. That's 5,200 miles right here. If we send it here, it has extra demand. We only fulfill 42 out of 65,000. If I put two jets, it takes one extra move. Oh, by the way, yeah, every jet you put. If it's a small jet, it takes one move to put one jet. If it's a bigger jet, it takes two moves to put one jet. But when you upgrade that to two jets, it'll take 3 moves, and we have 3 moves remaining. Now, do we want to do 85,000 capacity? I'll say yes. And why will I say yes? Because we're going to get that extra capacity. You just watch. Now, our first year, we didn't do that well. 6 million. That's how much we made. Now, this turn, we're going to be going second. We can rush through the other person's turn. And now, you can also see cities have growth and decline. And there are big tier cities, the ones that we just flew to. And then these smaller cities are experiencing growth, as well as bigger cities. They can also increase and decrease in size. Sometimes a small city can become bigger than one of these major cities, so it's good to keep your eye out. I'll just try to connect as many places with my jumbo jets here. Well, not jumbo, 220. That's a lot of capacity for the day. Capacity and distance. So we're going to send 3 jets to Chicago from Los Angeles. And then we're going to do a very far flight, hopefully with less demand. We can't get there, but we can get to Lima. Lima has a lot of demand. Seoul. We can get to Seoul. 4,000 demand, 8,000 capacity. Interesting. I'll do it. I'm going risky. But I want people to be like, hey, you can go to very fancy places from LA. So other players are now, oh, look at that. This guy who's bald, he is the Moscow guy. I suppose he's Russian. We can rush through these And then the black gentleman is from Rome, Italy. I can only suppose. I mean, that's where all his flights go to. And then the Asian man is in Lagos, Africa. So it's really a bit about not where you're from, it's about the business mindset. It's where can you make the most profit. Now, also I can show you now, this turn and every turn previously in a graph form, we are currently losing, which is not a good thing, but don't worry about it. We'll do fine. I think we'll do just fine. We just have to remain on this same jet because we get some, and we should go over capacity for every single flight. I promise you, this is a good idea. And I can't promise you, but I do hope. We can even reach London from LA, so why don't we go ahead and do that with our 2 moves left. Now, the good thing about using the same jet is, as you can see, other players are eager to use up different jets, trying to get the most efficient, maximum capacity, just-in-time inventory, yada yada yada. We are going to focus on sending jets with overcapacity by a bit, as little as possible, with that same jet. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It really depends how other players play too. But see, this year we made $16 million. And that's probably because other people are transferring to our lines. Alright, we're speeding through their turns. I hope you don't mind. Now Lagos has 9 routes. Wow, that's almost a hub. We only have 6 routes to Los Angeles. But we have to keep sending 2 jets to one city and then 1 jet to another city. That's how we're going to use our turns up. Where can we send another jet? I don't think we'll reach Madrid, will we? We will reach Madrid. So we will fly to Madrid. Look at that. Rome is a pretty nice hub. Wow, we made 22 million that turn. I bet you with the last 2 turns we had, we caught up to the pack on the stock market. Let them do their turn first here. Now Bangkok was taken by the Yellow Company. So I have gotten to 2nd place with my actions, which is the reason I'm telling you that you can have maximum overcapacity flights is because, well, first of all, this screen shows us that everyone's profitable. Second of all, you have 35% transferring passengers from all of these flights, which is good. That means that they, whereas these ones probably don't have enough capacity, they would prefer another jet, and then people would transfer. So it's hard to plan, but it is possible to achieve this. So I think we should go to Atlanta and Miami, maybe New York. Why not New York? With 2 jets, but don't go with this one. Be careful. Go with the correct jet. 56,000 people going to New York. Ooh, that's a lot. And we'll lose our turns. I'll do it anyway. Will I do it? Yeah, I'll do it. This is not a smart move. Now, it's probably smart to have another plane in our fleet that only costs 1 move and has a high range. Then we can go to all these smaller cities. 120. Yeah, this is actually a good plane here. From what year is it? 1960? Right. We'll add another plane to our fleet so that we can use up those single turns. That's going to be really good for transferring passengers. We must tell them to go. They won't go without us. Oh, look, we're first, so we can continue our turn. Right, Los Angeles, are you a hub? Yes, you are a hub. Do we want to try to make Tokyo our hub? I feel like that might be really fun. And I'm going to try to outcompete Bangkok. In fact, I won't be able to do that because he's going to get this hub status before I do. You know what? We're going to try to outcompete him anyway by putting too much capacity. Too much capacity? Are you ready for this? Yes, you are. Right, we have 1 move left. Do we do a Honolulu with this, do we do a Honolulu with this guy? Nah, they won't do a Honolulu. There's no demand for that. There's only 380 people. What about this one? Well, not too bad, but maybe one of these Philippine towns is really big. one of these towns can be potentially really big sometimes. Like, these Chinese cities are pretty big. Right, well, I'll go to Ho Chi Minh. Do you want to go to Ho Chi Minh? 3,000 demand, 6,000 capacity, 7,000. I think I'll do it. We'll do that. Either way, we're going to have to connect all the cities. It's kind of doing it in the, I don't even know. So we're just trying to make a nice company here. Now, why is this guy coming to Los Angeles? I cannot believe that the blue company has decided to compete with me right in my hometown. I did not expect that. That's rude. Now, let's see. We also have service quality. So far, everyone is at service quality 5. I'm interested in the stock market. See, the blue company can't really catch up to me, but it has taken a bit of my share. You can see it's gone up and I've gone down. And at this point, you can clearly see every turn at where the bends are, but eventually it'll just be a nice straight graph. All right, we have 3 jets going to New York. It's a profitable line, I bet you. It is. Are we have any not profitable lines? Yeah, definitely these lines I did in Asia. Right, so let's focus on Asia. If I start not focusing on Asia, you just let me know. Let's go back to normal mode here. Start a route. Let's send some big jets to Hong Kong. Nobody's servicing Hong Kong yet. Send 2 of these, or we can send 3 of these. No, it doesn't even do the trick. So 2 of these 220s, 220 passengers, and then we have 2 more moves. We can send 1 of those jets. Let's see if the small jet strategy works, because the small jet strategy will let us upgrade Tokyo pretty quickly, even though we're going to go over capacity for all of these cities. 13,000 capacity, 10,000 demand. No, not too bad. Not too bad. Let's skip over their turn. Who cares what they do? They are trying to. This guy from Rome is trying to compete with me. Oh, we made $18 million. By the way, it's called $18 million growth. We actually made 93,000. Sorry, 93 million. They express it in a weird way, so that's why I have trouble. At least I like that people stay on their home continents. Now, I want to expand Los Angeles, but we're going to keep working on Tokyo here. We have 6 routes. We only need 4 more routes. Well, let's do 4 routes this turn. 1 to Fukuoka. Osaka. 1 to Fukuoka. 1 to Busan. Or Harbin, maybe. We'll do a little bit of further one here. Harbin. And now we have 2 moves left, and we can get our 10th jet. We can double up, or no, actually we'll do Sydney from Tokyo on a long distance flight here. And look at that, there's even more demand than I thought there would be. Where can we go from Tokyo that you wouldn't expect there to be demand? There's even demand for Dubai. Okay, here we are. Turkey, Istanbul, Turkey from Tokyo. You didn't think I'd go there? I'm going there. It's a 6.5 size city, so it's probably a good thing. Wow, Lagos is a real hub. That's a serious hub. You can go almost anywhere through Africa, I'm pretty sure here. Got some new aircraft available. And this guy is doing more. He's still doing Lagos, the guy. The green guy. Oh, it's like scary to be in this part of the world because it's just all one company. No competition whatsoever. But they go by continent, so technically he does have competition from other people entering Africa and South America. Now, do I want to go to Australia? Of course I do. We have a 10 route hub here, so let's see. Look at that. Even that flight that we were losing money on, and the flight that we are replicating, the Bangkok-Tokyo flight. Okay, let's get out of this mode here. Yes, so the yellow guy canceled his flight. So we were successful, and we're making money on that flight segment now. So we've clearly become the premier Pacific flight company. Let's go to Sydney then. If we're the Pacific Flight Company, we should be going to Sydney. We should make Sydney a hub, to be quite honest with you. Now, making a third hub this early on does have its risks. It does have its risks. What are the risks? Well, 19,000. No, I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'll just send 2 jets to Sydney. 1 jet, sorry, to Sydney, and then 2 jets to somewhere like Beijing. Yeah, we need to go to Beijing. There you go. That's perfect. Just when you're just a bit over the demand, that's when it's perfect. We made $10 million of growth. Very nice, very nice. Consistent growth. If we get $10 million every year, that's consistent. There you go. Someone started a flight to Lagos from Rome, I'm supposing, here with the blue company. Yep, exactly. Now we still have a lot of destinations we can go from Tokyo, such as Delhi. Now we're still going for this 1 jet, so we're pretty dedicated to this jet. We'll send one plane to Dubai. Are we gonna send only 1 plane to Dubai? Yeah. The growth in Dubai is really nice. How about Cairo? Yeah, there we go. 1 plane to Cairo. I like the long distance flights that have a lot of extra capacity because people will come. People will go long distance. $27 million growth. That is what I'm talking about. I think they like the fact that you go to other continents with your flights. Now, Tokyo is someone else's hub, but they don't have a route to, sorry, Moscow. They don't have a route to Tokyo. So I'm going to go ahead and do that route. Do I send 1 or 2 planes? Probably 2 planes, just to really get the customers. Now, should we go to Los Angeles? Is there a potential flight to South America? No, too far away, right? Lagos? Too far away. Paris? Just. Los Angeles, Paris is just possible, so we'll do it. Los Angeles is actually growing now. We're at 8 population in Los Angeles. We should really go back to Los Angeles and try to focus in on it. Because an 8-size city is pretty good. Heck, I've played games where my capital city kept shrinking and got down to 4. 4-star city when I have an 8-star city right here. Alright, so I had that other plane, right? Let me just check. I have 2 different types of planes, while other people have just every single plane in the book. You can keep going. Look, they have this, I think this is 1943, 44, 45, 69, 70, 63. They have every, sorry, not 70, 60. Anyway, they have different airplanes, different seats. I can't do it. I can't do it. 5 moves. Let's go to Houston. 6.3 size city with this very good, actually very versatile jet. Calgary is growing. Send another 120 seater there. Look at that. That is good capacity to demand, and the distance on this one. Look at this. I'll go to St. Martin probably on the same plane. Probably, I'm not sure. Yes, probably, but the demand, not so much. Well, let's go to Canada. Why not? Why not? Here we go. Let's go Los Angeles, Montreal. What a fancy flight. Oh, you're so cultural. Oh, 2 more moves. See, I'm not used to this. This is great. 2 more moves. Let's go somewhere in America. Denver. Clearly, people want to go to Denver. So we'll go to Denver. And Salt Lake City? Yeah, we have to outcompete that guy. Watch, I'm going to do this Los Angeles, Salt Lake City route that the other guy is doing, and I'm going to outcompete him. You just watch. You just watch. All right, go. And he's actually next turn, so let's see if he closes it right away. He's thinking ends route, Los Angeles, Salt Lake City. Ah, good for you. And then he starts the Las Vegas route. Well, guess what I'm doing next turn? Now, it's fun to see. Sometimes you can really screw up their company when you steal a really profitable route of theirs, but I think that we just stole sort of a medium route for them. The really profitable ones, they will try to hold on to. Now, this is how you see it. See, they still grew last segment. The blue company, who I stole the route from them, they grew and I grew. So yellow actually failed a bit that turn. Surprised why? It doesn't matter. Alright, let's go steal Las Vegas from these guys. Now on such a short route, will a 1960 plane be enough? No, it's too much. It's way too much. But I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it because I think that maybe there'll be enough transferring passengers. They also have an Atlanta flight. Let's just steal all their flights here at the blue company. Show him that this town ain't big enough for the two of us. Yeah, go way over capacity for Atlanta. Oh, we're losing $17,000 on that route. That's the prediction. Unless they close that route. I mean, right now, end of turn. Ooh, we actually made $19 million more. Close that route. Close that route. Close that route. He ends another route that... interesting. Sometimes they don't close the route. Sometimes they know what you're up to. Ends route Rome-Beijing. This guy's ending a lot of routes. I promise you, I'm not gonna start any more losing routes, because if I look here, they're still winning. They're actually still preferring my company to the other company. Now, Tokyo Los Angeles is just such a demanded route in my airline, because that's two of my hubs. Let's actually focus on Sydney, because I don't want to off-balance Los Angeles too much, if you know what I mean. Let's start some smaller routes here, and this is how you really start a hub quickly. You do 2 turns of short lines. I didn't even look at the demand. I just sort of did the route. Hopefully I'm doing good things here. In Australia, you do need local planes with not too much capacity who are capable of going decent distances. Now, this one here, I don't know how you get that plane out there. Look at that. It will do the trip. It will do the trip. It's totally way over capacity, but boy, am I a nice CEO to offer them that service. It won't be profitable, will it? Well, this turn it won't be, but once we're a hub, it might be. I'm hoping. But changing up my fleet just for one destination is not what I'm about. And after these flights, I think we'll be able to do some more transcontinental Australia, Asia flights sort of thing. Right. These ones are pretty good though. These ones are pretty good in terms of their demand, which is, you know, up to 9,000 people. Now this far one is pretty low, but it's like 3,000 demand and we're giving them 6,000 capacity. So I'm still going to go ahead and do it. And we have 11 routes now. To Sydney, it's a hub. That should be good. That should be good. I'm not even looking what other people do. Look at Rome. What a hub. And $11 million growth. That's $181 million per year in our pocket. In case you haven't noticed, there's no cost in this game. In terms of, I mean, there is some kind of a cost calculation, alright, but there's no such thing as like, I'm buying a plane, I need $50 million. You just go ahead and you just send your plane there. Alright, Busan, Tokyo finally needs a route. I was watching that city, it was declining, now it's growing. It doesn't know what it wants, so I'll give it a route. And let's do some Sydney long distance routes here. Sydney, Mumbai, is that a route? No, too long. Sydney, Bangkok, yeah, that's a competitive route. Do you want to go over capacity for it? You're crazy, but yes you do. Good choice. Good call. We only have 1 move left though. There's not too many places. You can't go to Antarctica. Alright, so we'll do another short route here. From where? From Los Angeles? Now, look at that. The Los Angeles-Atlanta route was cancelled by company Mr. Blue there. We're going to Cancun from Los Angeles. Yes, we are. Wow, the Rome is flying to Glasgow. I mean, they're doing, and surprisingly, we went $15 million down in this turn. That that kind of hurt. I'm not gonna lie. That kind of a loss was a bit painful. Why did that happen? Well, the blue company, you can actually see that we have dented their income, but whatever's happening with us here, is it the green company taking over our market share? Well, there's probably something about this Sydney-Bangkok route that has naysayers and causing us some loss, but isn't there enough transfers happening? Alright, these are our losing routes. Yeah, Sydney needs a lot more destinations if it's going to start turning us money. Rather, a profit. So we're going to head over to Jakarta, and we'll only send one. No, that justifies 2 planes. Jakarta justifies 2 planes. Seoul? Do we send 1 plane? Yeah, that does justify 1 plane to Seoul. So we're just gonna go to some long distance Sydney routes. Hopefully that'll help us out in Sydney. We're definitely that's only 350,000, which is not a lot. Should be in the millions, but it's not a loss, so I'll take it. I will take it. Seeing what's happening on the stock market here, we do have 96% of Oceania traffic and 35% of East Asia and on 67% of North America. So right now, Oceania and North America are really our important areas. We have 0% share of South America. Why don't we send a route from Los Angeles to South America? I think that's going to automatically boost our company. Hey, this Lima route offered by the blue company is a good start, isn't it? Yes, it is. Very excellent start. Now, if I send a plane to here, what happens? Can we just pretend like, this is a good route? Maybe they'll transfer from Sydney to Papeete. You never know. All right. That was fun. We actually made money off that. I don't know how we made money off that, but that was fun. Nobody ever would do that. Send a giant jet to the middle of the Pacific Ocean so you can get on a smaller jet and head over to Sydney. It's not Honolulu that we did that in, but yeah. At the profit margin now we look, and this guy suddenly he's profitable. This one not so much. Yeah, Sydney's not looking too good. Tokyo's wonderful. And Los Angeles is wonderful. And the blue guy is ceding the city to us again. We're heading to Bogota. We're going to continue our South American campaign here a bit. We'll be very cautious though. And send some more, maybe some, we have 2 moves. Let's send some of those smaller 1960 jets to Minneapolis. And, oh, here's a competition worth having. Cincinnati. Who's going to take the win on this one? Because so far, Las Vegas, Atlanta, Salt Lake City, and Lima, we won all of those routes from the blue line, trying to set up shop in Los Angeles. We are up $20 million this year. That is a sight to see. Very happy about that. Some fierce competition here between Moscow and Rome in Europe. I wouldn't be against a European capital, but it gets so messy over there in Europe with the density of cities that it is a bit challenging to play over there. Alright, Sydney, Bangkok is not relinquishing that route, so I don't know. We're going to try to send more planes out here to one to Singapore on this side, alright? And do we want to set up a South American point of competition? Not really, not yet. I could do San Francisco and Vancouver. That could be fun. Just continuously growing this hub here. Or Havana. Havana also sounds a bit fun. Havana does sound fun, and the numbers are good, so we'll do that. Asia is a fierce competition. North America has been a bit better to us. I think North America has been better. Sydney, not so good, because I don't know why. Oh, this is the turn where we got some good planes. This is the jumbo jet, 530 seater, almost 7,000 distance. So that's a good plane to have. It costs a lot of money. Not gonna lie, it can lose you a lot of money. It would be foolish of me to try to make every route of mine have that, but I'm always tempted. Maybe Los Angeles to Sydney and we get rid of these other two routes. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. But right now, let's head over to... There's also this 6,000, I think, seater. No, not this year yet. Not yet. But there is another plane that comes around that's smaller in capacity, but even longer, I believe, in distance flown? Yeah, distance flown. And Busan is shrinking again. That is a volatile city. Sydney. Yeah, Sydney can do a few more locations. Just a little boost here in Sydney. One to Shanghai. 1959 model of plane will do. Beijing, if we can get it there. Yes, we can. And you have one move left. And again, you're very isolated in that part of the world. So even trying to get to the Philippines, you can do it. You can do it in the 1960 jet, and we can always just double check. This is why Sydney is a 2.7 size city, so it is good for market share of Australia, but not good for profit. But here we are, still, in a pretty even race for profitability. We are in second. That's good. Now I see a lot of markets here that we haven't penetrated. But those are fierce markets, whereas South America, we have penetrated now to 26%. And we are in 1965? Yeah, we are 1965. With Sydney being, maybe profitable, Tokyo very profitable, and Los Angeles very profitable. Well, I'm so glad you could watch this episode, this part 1, shall we say, of Airline Director 2. Take a look here what other people have done. They have done a mess. And well, yeah, so we'll see what happens. I don't know if the game gets more, it just gets more confusing. It just gets more confusing from here. So if you like what you see now, you won't like what you see soon. Hopefully, maybe you will, who knows. But thanks for watching. This has been Kusan. Goodbye.